Hello, and welcome back to Jenna Gets Creative. It's time for another Colors of the Month challenge, formerly Copic Colors, and this time we are doing October's colors. What are they? What am I going to draw? I don't know yet. Let's find out.
Marker Universe actually decided to do something they've never done before with this challenge this month, and they've asked us to incorporate a metallic gold. Because of this, there is no Copic color suggestion for the third color, nor is there a suggestion for it for a couple of other brands. The official colors are a mild pumpkin orange, a salmonish pink, and a gold. Once again, not reading out those hex color codes out here in the voiceover, but I will include them down in the description. We are encouraged to use those for digital art or reference to color match with other brands and other supplies, but as per usual, Marker Universe has suggested colors from all of the brands they carry, plus Copic, as the official colors. I'm not sponsored by Marker Universe, by the way, I just love doing this challenge. For the pink, the official branded color options are Caran Brush Marker Pro Pale Pink, Crink Light Pink, Graphite Brush Marker 4145 Organza, Graph O Marker 5120 Princess Rose, Sakura Koi Pale Orange, yes I read that right, Winsor Newton R519 Pale Pink, Tombow Dual Brush 772 Blush, and Copic R20 Blush. For the orange, the official branded color options are Caran Brush Marker Pro Amber, Crink Orange, Graphite Brush Marker 2150 Mango, Graph O Marker 2110 Apricot, Sakura Koi Orange, Winsor & Newton Brush Marker 0567 Amber, Winsor Newton Pro Marker Pumpkin, Tombow Dual Brush 933 Orange, and Copic YR15 Pumpkin Yellow. For the gold, the official branded color options are Caran Deco Brush Gold, Crink Gold, Graphite Shake Gold, Sakura Jelly Roll Stardust Golden Star, Sakura Pen Touch Gold, Sakura Perma Pack Gold, and Winsor Newton Pro Marker Metallics Gold. What did I use? Well, I actually own Pale Pink in a Winsor Newton brush marker, but since I'll only be using 2 alcohol markers and I actually have the Copic for the orange, I don't want to pair it with a Winsor Newton marker. If you don't know why, go check out my alcohol marker review. I demonstrated there the weird things Winsor Newton ink does with a lot of other brands, but Copic and Spectra AD in particular. So I swatched all the other pale pinks I own, and the next best thing was R2 Blush from the updated Sketchbox Signature brush marker line. As I just mentioned, I do own YR15 Pumpkin Yellow in a Copic marker for the orange, but the Tangerine Orange from the Sketchbox Signature is also very similar, as is one of the shades in the initial 48 set of Ohuhu brush markers. For the gold, I'm using Copic Y21 Buttercup just as a base, so we don't have white poking through, but at the very end I'll be painting over it with the yellow gold Gansai Tambi paint by Kuretake. I swatched a few different options for the gold, including my Pilot Pintor acrylic paint marker, a Ghana paint marker, my Le Grip cheap dollar store gold gel pen, and my Winsor Newton drawing ink in gold. Both of the paint markers dried a lot more matte than I would like for gold. My Pintor marker is a medium nib option and the Ghana marker's nib is about the same size, so I wasn't sure about getting those into tight corners. The Pintor marker immediately started eating up my test paper and the Ghana left a bit of an oily halo, so those were out. The Le Grip gel pen is a solid choice and just as good as the Sakura gel pens they suggested. The Winsor Newton drawing ink is beautiful, but it's just gold flecks in a transparent ink solution, so it would show a lot more of the yellow base through. So I went with the Gansai Tambi. I actually have 6 different golds from Kuretake I could have chosen, but I gravitate towards yellow and blue golds from their Starry Colors palette. By the way, if you're new here, please do subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. I upload every Tuesday and Thursday at minimum, and some weeks I upload bonuses as well. I'm primarily an art channel, and I do like to turn my voiceovers into a tutorial or a product review when I can, but sometimes I switch it up and I do a craft. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment down below. Do you like doing the Colors of the Month challenge? Have you done October's colors yet? And if so, what did you draw? How's your Inktober going? I'd love to chat about it. So as you can see, I've decided to do a flamingo in a gold circle. It's a pretty classic design, I think, but I've never done it before myself. It's given me a warm climate souvenir shop t-shirt vibes. What do you think? The pink fine liner I started out with is the Chameleon color changing fine liner, by the way, in PK5. I ended up making all of the lines black after with a combination of Staedtler pigment liners and the brush pen from my Marabou Graphics fine liners. The Staedtler just didn't want to deal with the dried paint, so I switched to the brush pen, but that didn't want to draw on top of the paint either. Lesson learned, but that's okay. I like the way it turned out anyway. I think that's all I've got to say today. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. If you made it this far, say flamingo in the comments. You rock. See you on Thursday.